All right, and welcome back everybody to We Missed the Point. It's been a while. It has been a hot minute. Now, I wasn't really sure. It's not that I wasn't going to record any more videos or do any more podcasts. I kind of just didn't feel like right now was the time. So I went off social media for a few months. It was great. And then I've been doing a few things, started a few things, and it wasn't until just before that I realized once again I've changed direction. And I was sitting there and I was like, you know what? Maybe I should just document all of the chaos that is in my life, right? Like just all of the things I start, all of the things I don't finish, all of this stuff. So eventually, assuming something ends up working one day, we'll be able to look back and be like, wow, look at all those things you started. Look at all the chaos. So I'm going to take us all back to when I stopped recording the podcast, okay? So for anyone that hasn't listened to the podcast episodes, it was kind of like a life talking about life thing, you know? I'm studying psych, so like love this shit. And then, yes, I kind of stopped. I was like, you know what? This is taking up too much time. And okay, it wasn't that it was taking up too much time, but I wasn't spending time like researching and writing and doing all these things that I love. So I stopped. And, it just glitched. Okay, we're back on. Good. And then pretty much I decided that I was going to write a book because, of course, you know, like who wouldn't just start writing a book? So I started doing that. And then I just want to make sure my like GarageBand is working because I don't know how to use this stuff. Yeah, it is. Okay, cool. Anyway, so I started writing a book and that was great. You know, I was spending a lot of my time just writing, which I think was really good for just my mindset, kind of getting everything out. And then I started learning to code because why not? You know, who wouldn't just start learning to code? So I started learning to code and then that one thing led to another and somehow I stumbled across this video on YouTube talking about AI automation agencies. Actually, no, backtrack. I was learning how to code and then I found BotPress and then I was sort of like playing around with that and then I found a video about BotPress, which was this Liam guy talking about AI automation. So then I was like, sick, like let's do this. So I joined the Discord, never been on Discord before. That was an experience, was talking to these people. Everyone was so lovely. Shout out if anyone, who knows, if anyone listens to this, love you all. And yeah, so I decided that that was what I was going to do. And I met this girl. Her name is Ash. Shout out to Ash. You're going to be listening to this. We decided that we were going to partner up and do an AI automation company together, right? So anyway, she lives in Italy. So I'm on the phone to, you know, Ash in Italy. I'm speaking with these developers in, you know, all over the world. I know. If anyone that knows me is listening to this, you're like, so what the fuck are you doing? Anyway, so that was what was happening in about a matter of 4 days. This has been in the past 2 weeks-ish that this AI automation thing has sort of happened. And so I was all in, you know, like the podcast, like the book, like the coding. I was all in. I was like, this is the thing. You know, this is going to be the thing. And then 2 days ago, I started doing like cold calls. I've never done cold calls. I've done a bit of like sales and stuff, but so anyway, I start cold calling real estate agencies being like, hey, I can automate shit. And it sounds crazy, but like I genuinely was like, this is a thing. Like this is going to help so many people. And I recently, like in the past 2 months, like I've become obsessed with like AI and trying to understand it all, as I'm sure so many people are. And so when I jumped on this bandwagon, I fully was like, this is the next thing. Like I love this. Anyway, so I was cold calling people. That's where I was at. I was cold calling people being like, hi, like oh my God, no, I was watching these videos on like how to do sales. And this guy was like, okay, so when you do a cold call, you say, hey, this is a cold call. You can hang up if you want. So I'm doing that, right? I'm calling these big real estate companies being like, hey, this is a cold call. If you want to hang up, you can. Anyway, I actually got a lead, right? So I booked a meeting with this real estate agency on the Gold Coast. It's like quite big. And I have a meeting on Friday with them to discuss AI automation, which is crazy. So I was so excited and I still am, right? And then it wasn't until this afternoon, I kind of just like, I actually jumped on a call with this other guy. He's in like America or Canada. Maybe you'll be listening to this. And if you are, shout out to you. But we were talking about how real estate and the real estate niche, which if this goes out and it reaches my fellow AI automation people, please reach out and let me know what you would like to talk about, because this whole thing is it's moving so fast. But yes, so we were discussing how, is there actually a problem that we're solving? Because I was going into this like so excited and like, I was telling everyone about it. I was like, oh my God, this is going to be so beneficial for so many people. And then I just realized like there wasn't actually a problem I was solving. It just felt like it was more of like a fun little thing to add on to a business, which isn't a bad thing. But it made me just question everything. And then I was like, fuck, like what am I doing? And so then I decided to jump back onto YouTube, and I was looking a lot into Zapier. So I'm sure, depending who this reaches, if anyone sees this, and you know what Zapier is, it's insane. Like all of these automations, like it is so, so powerful. And I started to think, my friend actually, she just got a job at a company. I won't actually say the name. It's probably shouldn't say it. But she just got a job there and she's doing customer service. And she was saying that all they were doing was just like replying to email after email after email after email. And I was like, no, there must be a way to automate this, like this is my thing, this is my automation agency. I can help with this. So I started researching and I was trying to figure out how I could figure out a way to sort of connect like, Ozpost with their shipping, and then the customers, and then emailing them if it hadn't been, details. We don't need to get into that. But what I then decided was, hey, let me see if I can find businesses tech guy. Found businesses tech guy, found him on LinkedIn, and I just emailed him saying, hey, I'd love to catch up and maybe we can discuss some new ideas to help fix this situation. So the reason I'm making this video now is because I just don't understand what's going on. How am I here? Like, I think the reason why I wanted to make this video and kind of start back up on the coconut and the We Missed the Point train is because like, I think this is the point, to just keep trying and doing little things and putting yourself out there, because like who knows where things are going to lead. This meeting on Friday, it could go nowhere. But who knows, maybe they will love the idea and it will be a client. The Ash who I'm working with, she has connections in other industries, so that could grow from there. The guy that I emailed at X company, who knows, maybe he'll be like, I'd love to hear. But maybe he won't, and maybe I'll never get a response. But the reason why I wanted to do this is because I'm like, regardless, I think it would just be really funny to just keep telling you guys my life story, because I stopped sort of posting and wanting to talk about things because I felt almost silly that I kept starting things and then like it wouldn't work out and then I'd start something else, and I didn't want it to be this like crazy, hectic, chaotic situation. But then I realized that is me. So I thought, why not just put it out there? And you guys can follow along if you want. You can hear all about my updates, and who knows if it will end up getting anywhere, but it must. I mean, like, surely if I keep putting in the time to do things, it must go somewhere. It must. Or at least that's the delusion I'm telling myself. But yeah, so this is kind of just a quick little video that I just wanted to put out there, see if anyone sees it. And if it's received well and you guys want to keep hearing about the chaos, please comment below. I know that's really silly to say, but I think you know what I mean. If no one sees this and no one gives actually no, I take it back. I will probably keep talking, because I think when I was podcasting, like, it was just so fun and I'd get all of my thoughts out. And so I'm going to keep doing it, and I'm going to update you guys with how each of the things going. So where I'm at right now is I've started an AI automation agency. I kind of want to change the name. Like, I just want to help businesses automate their business. Yes, that's what I want to do. So at least right now, and it'll probably change. But yeah, meeting on Friday. So I'll keep you in the loop about how that goes. Potentially, who knows, maybe meeting with Mr. Techman at X Business. The book that I mentioned before, it's still being written, but it's on pause. I stopped learning to code because I realized ChatGPT could do it for me. And I know that doesn't make me a coder, but that's another thing. I think it'll be kind of cool because there's not a lot of chicks in this space, guys. Where are my chicks at that are talking about AI and stuff? Because it is so fascinating and it can help with so much. Like if any of you post on Instagram, like you can set up automated posts and you can like even, I'm sure lots of people know about this, but you can like ask for all of these recipes and you can put in the ingredients in your fridge and it'll give you recipes. You can ask for workouts. You can ask for fashion tips. You can ask for all of these things. And on like ChatGPT, you can like use plugins. So you can even like, it can book you a trip and help you like book a trip. There's so many ways that you can use AI. So I'm even thinking maybe I'll sort of make it a bit of like a series almost, and I can just talk about ways that I use AI into my life, because I think a lot of people can get kind of scared about like where AI will go and sort of wonder like, oh my God, are they going to take my job or all this stuff? No, I don't think so. And look, who knows? Honestly, no one knows. It's very up in the air, but I think it's such a tool to like amplify. I don't know the word. Like to work with all of the other things you're doing. You know, it's a tool. AI is a tool. So I think it would be fun if I could help you guys or anyone that's interested, or even for me, I'll just be researching it myself and then I guess implementing it. But yeah, it's super powerful. And then the other thing that I'm thinking that I might do is like a bit of an AI news, because I love trying to keep up to date. I say trying because it's virtually impossible. And I am by no means in any way, shape or form an AI expert, but I find it fascinating. So I think maybe I'll start talking about like new things that I hear about AI that I find interesting. And if you guys have questions, then you can definitely use that. I can maybe even make a website with a chatbot, and you guys can ask it questions. I don't know. But yeah, I think that's why I'm going to leave it here. I just wanted to give you a little life update. The podcast, I guess it's still going. It's just going to turn into a chaotic life of me and how I continue to miss the point, and how you should too. And that realistically, I don't know what I was going to say, but point is, sometimes you just got to do things. Like I literally just randomly started calling real estate people about a product to help them. Like I did. And then I emailed some random tech guy. And then now I'm talking with people from all over the world. And you know what it's taught me? It's taught me that there's a lot more opportunity out there. And even though I haven't yet got the opportunity that's going to like put me in the direction that no, that's a lie. I definitely am going in the direction I want to go. But I think I'm really learning that like you just got to keep putting your foot forward, and like things aren't as scary as they seem. Like a year ago, there's no way I would have like just called people. No way. I've also met so many like new people lately by just talking to people and just getting their opinions on things and really trying to hear different people's perspectives. It has been honestly the most wild 2.5 months of my life. And that's a lot saying that from me, because I swear my life is chaos. Like this, okay, last thing I'm going to say before I go. I don't know what I was going to say. I think I was just going to say that like this is going to be fun because I'm going to document all of the craziness that just keeps on happening, and you can follow along, maybe learn something. But I think the bottom line will probably just be like, just do something and then slowly it will go somewhere, hopefully. Or we'll look back on this in 5 years and be like, wow, we're still nowhere, which will be funny in itself. So yeah, I hope you all have a fabulous day, night, wherever you are. If you want to comment, that'd be really great. And I can hear what you have to say. Any of my AI automation people out there, let me know if you want to hear anything, because I've done a little bit of work. I'm not sure where it's going, but I've done a little bit of work, so we can talk about that. But okay, actually no, this is something that, no, that's it. All right, bye.